Today on the net users are emotional on seeing discrimination and murders of African albino victims. The blogosphere worries about the fate of people trapped in the crossfire in the Sri Lankan civil war. And today's highlights. Albinos are victims of discrimination in many regions in Africa, in particular Burundi and Tanzania, where ritual murders were recently reported, arousing emotion on the net. This blogger says that at least 35 albinos were killed in Tanzania last year, and their hair and organs sold to witch doctors for their claimed magical powers. A situation which worries the association Under the Same Sun, which acts to protect albinos, and who posted this petition asking the authorities to defend the 170,000 albinos of Tanzania. This net user explains that a part of the body of an albino can be sold for up to $400, where the majority of the population live with less than $1 a day. Several online videos are available that show daily life of the African albinos, who often have to live apart from the rest of the population. In Sri Lanka, the government army makes its final assault against the separatist Tamil Tigers, a conflict which leads to many civilian victims that worries net users. These photos, posted by a Sri Lankan blogger, show that inhabitants in battle zones situated in the north of the country are the first ones to pay the price of this war. This online video shows the violence of the fighting, an amateur video filmed during the bombardment of a hospital by the Sri Lankan army, which caused at least 9 deaths and 20 wounded. The authorities urged people to flee zones where the rebels hide. The army put online photos of these civilians who got back to their perimeter zone, secured by the government. But for the Tamil community in London, the demonstration last weekend, which was widely shown on the net, says putting an end to the fighting remains the best solution to avoid a humanitarian crisis in the region. In the United States, the barbecue is a real institution, and a new recipe discovered on the net is all the rage in American gardens. The bacon explosion, made from a kilo of bacon and a kilo of sausages, roused the interest of net users who love their food. Won over, video bloggers then show their experience via the net. Illustration Blind is a bank of images which aims to serve professionals as well as private individuals, often by the rights of over 6,000 images, all created by several dozen artists. Works which allow net users to add illustrations to their websites, an interesting alternative for photography and which turns out to be less expensive.